the Rotary Foundation.
What time was that?
6 p.m. 6 p.m. Oh, good. Mona, you going to be there?
Yes.
Okay, I'll be there too. Do you want to?
Okay.
Well, good afternoon. Sorry I couldn't be here last week when Her Royal Highness Mildred I kicked off her Rotary year. I'm your incoming foundation director, or AKA the new Paul Brown, AKA the old Phil Dean. So grab your wallets, hang on tight. We're going to quickly talk about why we give to the Rotary Foundation. Doing good in the world. Why Rotary? I could bore you with statistics today and club goals and club positioning in the district. I'm not going to. I want to refocus the why on Rotary. Rotary is uniquely positioned to assist in the world. Rotary's mission, world understanding, goodwill, and peace. Just that simple. How does Rotary do it? Across 6 themes nowadays with our dollars. Building peace, fighting disease, providing clean water, supporting mothers and children, promoting education, and growing local economies through micro-businesses and other attributes. Well, how does Rotary help? This is where we come in. Every Rotarian, every year. You've heard that slogan starting last year. It could never be more important. We're all very blessed in this club. I was talking with Phil before the meeting. Off the top of my head, we're #1 in Paul Harris Fellows in this district. We are #2 in total giving in this district. This district that includes Cupertino, San Jose, and others. This is a very charitable, blessed club. Our giving, if even everybody gave $50 or $100 a year, helps. How do we provide the funds and the programs? Half the funding can be designated, half goes to the Global World Fund that are then matched with Rotary's partners in charity around the world. A primer question for new members like Alice. Well, what's the Paul Harris Society? That's a recognition level, that you give $1,000 a year and pledge $1,000 or more. You can direct that to the Rotary Annual Fund. You can direct it straight to Polio Plus. You can do both. A lot of the funds, and we'll go into it in ensuing weeks, can come back to the district as local grants. This club has participated in local international grants where the dollars you donated get recycled to the district and go back out again as multi-club district initiatives. Every dollar you give goes to something good. Well, what does Rotary do with those dollars? Precisely. $100 US provides school supplies, malaria tests, and water hygiene training. $1,000 provides HIV drugs, mobility for disabled youth, and domestic abuse education. How about Polio Plus? For those of you that are again newer to the world of Rotary, only Rotary as an international charity goodwill foundation would have been audacious enough in the late 80s to say, let's eradicate polio from the face of the planet. We're close to it. We're not done yet, but we Rotarians, with our partners now, Bill and Melinda Gates and the WHO, have immunized 2 billion children because of Rotarians like all of you who gave graciously of our local dollars. In 122 countries, for as little as 60 cents, one child can be protected against polio. How do we fund Polio Plus? Again, giving to the Rotary Foundation, the Direct Fund, and the World Fund, the matching grants with our other now international business partners. Who else but Rotary, in terms of international charity, would have been large enough to attract the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, to Bill Gates, who has personally gone to third world countries and assisted in the administration of the polio vaccine? Why join the Paul Harris Society? Why do I join the Paul Harris Society every year? Doing so helps ensure the continued good work of Rotary around the world. On a personal basis, your impact can be to teacher training, clean water, the scholarships, malaria prevention, peace studies, ending polio. We have had Rotary scholars in this room. We have had Rotary Peace Scholars in this room. We have international students coming and going. We do have an impact. Why do I give to Rotary? I dug this picture up. I've personally seen the value of Rotary. Long before I was Rotarian, about young Alex's age, give or take, I was on a group study exchange team to then West Germany. That's my family in Württemberg, Southwest Germany. I know my funds go to one of the most best-run, productive charities on the planet. Not just in Livermore, not just in the United States, globally. I know at the end of my time, if even only one child was spared from polio, my annual giving to Rotary meant something. And that's a lifelong, bigger-than-self legacy that I believe in being part of if I'm going to donate to charity. Who else but Rotary would have gotten my GSE team? That's Checkpoint Charlie, and then West Berlin. And I got into East Germany because of Rotarians and the Rotary International Peace and Friendship Exchanges. Life-pivoting event for me at that point in my career, in my mid to late 20s. Then my family, because of Rotary and GSE, helped host the Zambia GSE team a few years later, and we took a team of Zambians to the happiest place on earth, Disneyland. Do you know the power of walking through Disneyland and seeing it through the eyes of somebody from Africa for the first time? Life-changing for my son and wife and myself. Please join me in giving for a better world as we go forward and have fun and give to the Rotary Foundation this year. I know this club will meet and exceed its targets. I'm pleased to say Paul Brown was the #1 Paul Harris Society pledge. Millie's #2, and I'm #3. The cards are on the table today. Some of you givers are in here. Irv, would you please raise your hand? If you're going to make a pledge this year, would you please raise your hand right now? Let us see it. If we don't have enough cards, we'll get more cards. Let's fill them out. Let's continue the good works of Rotary. Thank you.